This is one of my favorite stories of all time about loving our neighbors as ourselves, something we're thinking about during these 3 weeks as we mourn the destruction of the temple, which is destroyed for baseless hatred. Rabbi Yudinasi was teaching a class. He's teaching important students, and all of a sudden, he couldn't teach anymore because it smelled so bad in the class. He smelled garlic, and that stench didn't go away. It just got stronger and stronger to the point that he basically said, whoever ate garlic, leave the room right now. There was silence in the class. Everybody was afraid and also looking around to see who actually ate the garlic. At a certain point, Rabbi Chia got up, one of the top students, and left the class. In no time, all the other students followed him and left the class too because they respected him. Rabbi Yudinasi was left in the class by himself with the remnant of the smell. The next day, Rabbi Yudinasi's son came up to Rabbi Chia and said, Rabbi Chia, why did you do that? Why did you disrespect my father that way and come smelling of garlic? Rabbi Chia said, God forbid that I would do that to your father. I hold him in high regard. I was just concerned about the regard and the esteem of the individual who actually ate the garlic. And so I was willing to be embarrassed on his behalf. I love this story because it highlights the deep love that Rabbi Chia had for everybody in that class. He didn't want anybody to be embarrassed. He was willing to be embarrassed himself. And there's another piece of the story that I really like too, that people don't often highlight, is that he was willing to kind of send a hidden message to Rabbi Yehuda Nasi, that if you hurt one of us, if one of us are embarrassed, all of us are embarrassed. And perhaps he knew that if he got up and left the class, that the other students will leave with him. And perhaps that would send a message to Rabbi Yehuda Nasi.